What's going on? What's going on? You back? Motor Street Sports Talk. We in the building. Gonna talk some 49ers and some and Lions this weekend. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. This girl, really girl. My bad. My daughter was actually supposed to babysit and pulled a fast one on your boy. She left my front door open. Okay, she left my front door open. So, who she was babysitting for came through my front door, and I'm like, dog, these kids today, man, they get on my fucking nerves. And she went to go get her nails done, knowing them kids was coming over, and now I'm stuck babysitting. So my bad for the delay. Let me try to get my mind back right. So I put SpongeBob on for a minute. Um, so I gave him some food. So hopefully we can get a nice lengthy show in. If not, I apologize. I wasn't expecting that shit to happen. I don't do babysitting on my days off, so at all. I don't babysit. But yeah, man, we playing the 49ers this weekend. Should be an interesting game. I believe the Lions have a shot to win this game, but it's always hard. And I'm gonna tell you this: the NFL shows the Lions no respect. Okay, we don't get no respect from the NFL. Okay, no respect, because how do we play on Monday night? Okay, which is supposed to be an easy victory, but in the NFL, there's no easy victories. Okay, and we play Monday night at home, and then we have to turn around, not go to Ohio, not go to Indiana, not go to Minnesota, not go to Chicago, not go to Pittsburgh or somewhere in that vicinity, or even to New York, okay, We got to turn around and go all the way West Coast. We ain't won in forever versus San Francisco 49ers. You know, I'm about to give you exact history on how long it's been since the Lions have won in 49er land. Now, they playing in a new arena, okay? So that's something you definitely got to pay attention to as well. But it's still out there. But the thing about that new arena is the parking is treacherous out there, man. I mean, when I say expensive, it's super duper expensive out there. But so let's take a look really quick on the history of the 49ers and the Lions. I'm going to get to the chat in a minute. I'm a little bit behind. And I got your email for the Madden League. Give me a minute. I'm getting my Xbox next week. I got rid of my PlayStation, so definitely would love to parlay in a nice Madden League. I used to take it real serious back in the day, but I'm still pretty good, I think, because I know football. So, but, you know, it's more of a game. It's more of a game than anything now, man. So let's take a look at the history between the Lions and the 49ers. And hopefully no babies to be harmed while making this video. Okay. Are we going back? Okay. We lost at San Francisco one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. I want to say 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is getting difficult. Oh, man. My bad. This stupid old. I don't know why that popped up, but about 10 times trying to look. I kind of lost my count. But the last time we won in San Francisco was, I'm trying to make sure, was 1964. God damn. Hold on, that can't be right. Okay, last time we won in San Francisco, we won in 67. We won in 69. Okay, I think it was 75. I'm trying to look, man. That's San Francisco. 75 at Detroit. Yeah, it looked like the last time we might have won in San Francisco, it was 75. It's the last time they won versus San Francisco 49ers. So that ain't good. That ain't good at all. But yeah, I mean, what you need to know about the 49ers for the most part, man, is I'm not sure if Marquise Goodwin is going to play. We'll get into the injury report as well. They got former Detroit Lions Lincoln Tomlinson up front. I really don't notice a lot of their offensive linemen, so I can't really speak on the potential. I know Joe Staley. No Mike Upati no more. He been gone. But we really don't have a pass rush, especially if Ziggy Ansah don't play. Ziggy Ansah was a beast in the beginning of the game, but everybody know that Ziggy Ansah wasn't going to maintain that running back situation. I mean, Alfred Morris and Matt Breida. Breida's solid. Morris, you know, I don't know, man. I don't really think he that solid. Receivers, Garcon, and if Goodwin play, I don't really know. Richie James Jr. or Trent Taylor, or I think Dante Pettis is okay. So I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo is definitely making these guys look good. George Kittle is very hot in fantasy right now, and we talk a little fantasy towards the end. His name is hot this week, especially I play daily fantasy, so I'm not into the standard. I'm not in any standard leagues this year. I'm more of a daily guy. And I think Cole Wick was a part of the Lions too. Was Cole Wick a Lion? I believe. Goodwin's out. Okay, thank you, Mr. Berry. So yeah, I mean, this team doesn't scare me. You know, but what does kind of look, you know, kind of is I told a 49er fan this yesterday on my other channel on the stream. What's kind of glimmer of hope is that, you know, Garoppolo threw 3 interceptions last week, okay, and they still had an opportunity to win the game at the end, okay. So, and the Minnesota was at home. They was out here in the Midwest. They had an opportunity with no Goodwin for most of the game. Garcon and Kittles was tearing them up. So, I mean, you know, look at the situation. Look at the situation, man. So, they was in it. They're a solid team. I mean, we get into their defense in a minute. I love some of their players in the front seven, especially if Reuben Foster was healthy. And I would love some of their players up front. But like I say, man, the Lions, if they can make Sam Darnold look like touchdown Jesus, Jimmy Garoppolo probably going to have fun. But the 49ers, talent-wise, from top to bottom, ain't one of the most talented teams. They just figured out the quarterback position that Garoppolo can play well. And Garoppolo got beat up last week. We know Minnesota, once again, got one of the best defenses right now. Good pass rushers, good linebacker Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr. I mean, they got good DBs and Xavier Rose. So, it's going to be, it's a different animal, especially going to be at home too. And I believe they was a 6.5 favorite at one point. It might have crept up. It might have crept up to 7. And these are the type of games that the Lions tend to win. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a heads up. But I don't trust Jim Bob Cooter, and I said that before. I don't trust him. But the 49ers roster, it ain't stacked heavy. It ain't that good, but they present some matchup problems. And I think Kittles is going to be a matchup problem at the tight end position. That's definitely going to be somebody the Lions got to look at. I'm not worried about Garcon, especially if Darius Slay is going to play Garcon. I'm not worried about him, but Jimmy Garoppolo is going to make other receivers look good. Now, the New York Jets receivers, I know people sitting at home saying, the Jets, who is this Inunwa guy and this Robbie Anderson guy? I'll tell you this right now, right? Robbie Anderson, I didn't know the kid was 6'3" until I looked at him this year. That dude is a problem. Terrell Pryor is a big guy. So they got some really, really good underrated receivers, okay? The 49ers, they don't really have any no great receivers. They don't have anybody that's super great. Goodwin got a lot of speed, but running a route tree, I think maybe we underrate his route running ability just because he ain't really never had a quarterback going back to Buffalo and going here in 49ers, but not with CJ. Was it CJ Bethel? Now he got Garoppolo, and he looking good with Garoppolo. So, Garoppolo gonna make receivers look better, and the Lions gonna help your receivers look better. Okay, we know that. Other than Slay and then Glover Quinn not playing the majority of the time, Agnew, he getting valuable experience, but I look for the 49ers to run the ball effective this week. I'm just gonna be honest; they're gonna run the ball effective, and I don't really believe in Gerard Davis. He looking like a bust too. And one thing, and I want to get into this in a separate video. The Lions got to stop picking the church choir boys. Okay, they got to stop picking the nice guys. You want to have some good model citizens, but church boys don't win championships. You need some nasty, grimy type of guys, and hope that you have a support system around them on your team to help them. When Jeff Fisher and they was the St. Louis Rams at the time, they drafted Janoris Jenkins. They gave him a chaperone. Dez Bryant and some of the Cowboys had chaperones as well too. Sometimes you gotta nurture these young guys. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're not mature. They're not ready to mature and go to the NFL and be ready, and it's fine. That's okay. But you got to be able to create a support and system and a foundation for these young guys to transition to adulthood. Look what the Arizona Cardinals did with Honey Badger. He had a lot of trouble. They put him with Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson assured them he was going to be okay. He ain't been in trouble since, knock on wood. Knock on wood. But like I said, the Lions, they want to be these nice guys. You want to win by any means necessary, man. And looking back at it now, Reuben Foster probably was the pick. And I know he got into trouble, but he probably was the pick. And that's just real shit, man. But like I say, the 49ers, they ain't got a lot of talent on that roster. But they got a Garoppolo, and Garoppolo is accurate, and he could throw the ball. But one thing I noticed about Garoppolo, he don't have that elite level Flacco, Stafford, Jay Cutler-esque arm, and that's okay. He got enough arm to make the throws. But when you got a guy who don't really have the biggest arm, you want to make him throw outside the numbers. You want to make him throw them outside the hashes, outside the number throws, them deep comeback routes. You want to play everything to the inside. Force him to throw outside and hit those timing patterns, and hopefully your defense can force some throws that's a little errant and don't get there as strong as quick because he don't have that strong arm. But But like I say, Garoppolo a problem, man. You don't have to have the biggest arm, and Peyton Manning showed that when you play this game on a cerebral level. You don't have to have that arm. You know, you don't have to have it, man. And like I said, it's gonna be a tough matchup, but it's a good win. It's a good matchup to bounce back for the Detroit Lions. It's a great matchup. And hold on 1 minute. I hear a baby coming. Give me 1 second, fellas. Okay, my bad. Babies want to go to the park. I don't do parks. Only when I walk my dog. I don't do kids at parks because they're not my kids. Okay, but why don't you take? Maybe I should take them out to eat or something like that. But I don't think they got. Yeah, they got car seats. I don't know. I don't really do the baby thing. You know, they cute. You pick them up, tickle them. You know, watch them sleep, and then I can give them back to their parents. So, but yeah, like I was saying, man, before I was interrupted. I guess Jalen Reeves maybe needs to an opportunity. Look, I'm gonna go through these comments. He just ain't that good, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. He more of a situational linebacker, a guy that can rush maybe and cover a little bit. He showed not to be that good in coverage neither. He can't play inside. He too little. Even though he put on some weight, he too little. You know. But before I get into defense, I'm gonna look at some of the comments. So give me a second. But yeah, this is on the offensive side. The 49ers don't appear to have a lot, but they competed with the Minnesota Vikings. And the Vikings don't have this great, and I was listening to Shannon Sharp say this, they don't have this great defense like people say it is. Great defenses don't go versus a backup quarterback and lose in the NFC Championship game, you know. You say whatever you want to say about Case Keenum, but great defenses don't welter and get torched by a backup quarterback. It just don't happen. So they're not a great defense. They have a very good defense with Barr, Kendricks, Everson Griffin, Sheldon Richardson now, Linville Joseph, Xavier Rose, Trey Waynes, and the kid Mike Hughes from UCF. They have excellent defense. Harrison Smith, I'd be remiss if I didn't say his name. Excellent defense. But Jimmy Garoppolo, he turned the ball over 3 times last week. And at the end of the game, Jimmy Garoppolo, he still had an opportunity to win that game. And that, to me, people could say Jimmy Garoppolo is overrated. Look at his line. Laken Tomlinson is starting. And the other 3 the 3 offensive linemen besides Joe Staley, I never heard of him. He obviously is elevating that team. And then he lost his number 1 target in Marquise Goodwin. Remember, the 49ers was trash before he got there. Their talent level dipped. No Navarro Bowman, he lost his step with the injury. Patrick Willis, he retired. You know, they got rid of Eric Reed because he protested. Jimmy Ward hasn't turned out for them. Richard Sherman's still trying to get back. You know, they don't have those guys no more. What's the other kid they had that rush that played for the Green Bay Packers for a minute? They had another guy. He wasn't that great, but that's ain't that 49er team. And their talent level ain't up to par. Jimmy Garoppolo is just that fucking good. And if he was able to do as good as he did versus the Minnesota Vikings on the road and have an opportunity to win at the end of the game, that tells me 2 things. That he's really the goods, and when they actually put talent around him from draft to draft and Reuben Foster get back, they're going to be a problem. And also the Minnesota Vikings offense still ain't that good. And it's, you know, week 1 don't mean you're going to be the greatest or you're going to be the worst. That's just a fact. Week 1, it don't mean that you're going to be all that bad. You know, it don't mean you're going to be like, oh shit, you know, shit over. No. Remember, a lot of these guys get a lot of snaps in preseason. Remember, Stafford had a baby during preseason. I mean, you had a lot of different things going on, man. A lot of different things going on. So the more snaps and the more practice snaps they get, and it's hard to practice in the NFL from week to week because of injuries and the veterans and stuff of that nature. And but like I say, if Ziggy play, you know, they can get Kerry Hyder. It's probably gonna be a few more weeks till that Achilles get better. Devin Kennard can bring his hat with his helmet and get some hits. Get some tackles, get some rushes. It'll be okay. You know, a lot of these guys got to get cohesion. Ashawn Robinson should be in there this week. I don't care what they say. But like I said, the Lions just lack talent depth, you know, talent in general on the defensive line. You go from Sean Rogers and Corey, I forget Corey Sims. What was the kid name that played next to him with the Braves? I'll be forgetting his name. You go from them to, the Vandenbosch, Averill, Sue, Fairley, to Ziggy and Sue and Fairley. And then you go, all the way, CJ Mosley, you go down to this. I mean, at some of them years, our backup defensive line was better than this defensive line. And what I found out, I think Cole Wick played for the Lions too, Frederick. He's on the 49ers. And when I look at it, man, they just neglected this, man. The Lions neglected the defensive line, and they thought it was going to be a scheme fit or whatever. But we see maybe Marquise Flowers, Jalen Reeves maybe get some more playing time. But let me get to some of these comments. I'm going to start all the way from the top. I got you, John Hannon. I got your email, bro. I already addressed that. What up, though, Eric Gross? What's going on? Frederick, what's going on? Family, I see you in the building, man. I definitely appreciate everybody coming through. Had a little interruption. I apologize on that. I didn't expect to be a babysitter, which I'm not doing a great job right now. They upstairs watching SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a good babysitter. Beast Mode, what's going on, family? 2184. Old school warrior with the Lions be sacrificed on the Sabbath? No, I don't think so. I think it'd be a competitive, man. Maybe I think it'd be competitive. We're gonna get to talk about that as well. Beefcake boys, I see historically teams that do that bad week one have a good season in the NFL. I hope so. I don't know where you get that stat from. It's not going to be easy at Levi. That's the name of Levi Stadium now. The parking, man. If you ever go out there, man, that's the one. I'm not going nowhere out there. Parking like hundreds of dollars, man. A VGK coverage fan. Yeah, we suck week one. I definitely agree. But I think, ain't no way. Old Richard Pryor movie. Ain't no which way is up. Yeah, we only can go up. So ain't no which way. Lincoln Thompson is doing well with the Niners. Okay. That's good for him. I just think it's a lot of things got to do with the Lions coaching. If the Lions lose Sunday, it's going to be a long season. Exactly. 49ers will be hyped for their home opener, no doubt about it. Old school warrior. I definitely agree with that one. I definitely think they're going to be all super hyped up. And, but, hey, they had a real physical war, and they lost. They got some war wounds versus the Vikings. That's a physical football team. So, I mean, that's something to be said. Kerryon Johnson should have been a starting running back from the get-go. I told you guys that. Y'all guys didn't believe me that he was the third or fourth string running back on the depth chart, and he was. Yes, Stafford lost that game by himself. Yep. No, Jim Bob Cooner saw Stafford lost it together. They didn't make the adjustments. 65, Papa Daddy. Yeah, we still have to find our identity, see what adjustment we made from game one. Yeah, I'm going to get to that as well. I can't get to all these. 3-3-5. We play 3-3-5. I don't like the 3-3-5 on the pro level at all. That shit sucks. I mean, that's college defense for the most part. Most of the time, it's a base defense. So they play it from time to time, which I didn't really look at the film like that because I was watching. I was live at the game. So yeah. No, I set the pass. Okay, they're having a conversation. Should the Lions trade Abdullah? They might trade Abdullah to the 49ers after they play the 49ers. So that's something to be look out for, Abdullah. All right, let's talk about the defense, and then we just continue to talk about we'll continue to talk about the game overall and take a few questions. I don't think we can stop the run. They did a good job versus Bilal Powell. Isaiah Crowell was running wild on their ass though. And the run defense is just discipline and gap control and making tackles. And maybe they don't have the talent. There's no way Ricky Francois, a guy that was on the street, should be starting on your defensive line. That should tell you everything you need to know. I mean, the game is won in the trenches. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. Oh, Jonathan Hankins is with the Raiders now. Okay. That ain't going to really help them. But they need pass rusher. But think about it is gap control and discipline. You got to make tackles. And, Bob Quinn, just went offense for some reason. He invested so much in the offensive line that he's neglected the defensive line, and that's the issue. But we're going to take a look at what the 49ers bring to the defensive side of the table, okay? I know they got DeForest Buckner, Solomon Thomas was top 5 pick, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead. They all was good picks. I think Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner and Solomon Thomas all played in the Pac-12. Oregon, Armstead and Buckner, Solomon Thomas, Stanford, So they stout up front. You know, they look like they're in a 4-3. Malcolm Smith, Super Bowl MVP over there. Solid guy. Richard Sherman and some of the other guys I don't recognize. I recognize Jimmy Ward. I want the Lions to take him coming out the draft, but I don't really think he panned out. So they really strong up front, man. They got a lot of big guys. I don't see Eric Armstead or Solomon Thomas being a fast, twitchy pass rusher, but they really good, consistent pass rushers. And the Lions gonna have they're gonna have it cut off for them, you know, especially with Bugner, Armstead, and Thomas. You know, if they don't block well, it's gonna be an ugly situation over there. But Stafford will have opportunities with Kenny Galladay, Golden Tate, and Marvin Jones will have plenty of opportunities to get the job done. But will Jim Bob Cooter continue to hold this offense back? Because let's keep it real, man. The Lions have really been held back by their offensive coordinator. Even when they had one of the top 3 defenses that year, we went to the playoffs and Sue cried because he knew he was leaving. That fake tears. You know, the offensive coordinator was the problem. Joe Lombardi, Jim Bob Cooter. That was consistently the problem. Even going back to Scott Linehan, people have been complaining. So you would think the Lions would have went out there and got a veteran like Norv Turner to come in there and school Matthew Stafford. But they didn't. You know, they didn't. Will Kenny Wiggins hold up? Probably not. He allowed the second most pressures all of last season. I would start Terrell Crosby at right guard, but the Lions won't do that until Stafford get pancaked and get flattened on his back, and then they're going to try to rush in Terrell Crosby. I started the rookie over him, but they kept him over the kid from the Jets, who I thought was a better center guard than him. Oh, yeah, no problem, old school, yeah. You know, and that's just my opinion. You know, that's my opinion on the situation, dog. So, you know, it's gonna be hard for Kenny Wiggins because they're gonna line up. They're gonna line up one of them inside guys on him, like Eric Armstead, and you might see some Solomon Thomas over him. You know, no problem, Frederick Williams. You know, it's gonna be a problem this weekend blocking if the Lions don't get it together. But like I say, but after all of that, no Reuben Foster. They should like their matchups out with the running backs out the backfield and Blunt can catch it too, but with Reddick and Johnson, they should like the receivers on the matchups on the outside. They should go to a lot of 3-step drop type of things for the Lions this week. 3 and 5-step drops, no more than 7-step drops. Hold it, or 7 and hitch. I ain't never seen that shit before, but hold it and try to get downfield. They need to attack underneath and then run the ball. I think they need to commit to running the ball. We're gonna get to that in 1 minute. They need to commit to running that ball this week, man, because they're gonna need to, because that's gonna keep Stafford more healthy. You know. That's my dog. He yawning. Probably trying to go to sleep. He's sleep. He out here yawning in his sleep. I ain't never seen that before. But I'm sorry. I mean, it's just so many distractions right now. But yeah, man, I really like the 49ers team and where they going. I like John Lynch. And don't forget, Mark Mayhew was over there with John Lynch. They used to be team based in Tampa Bay, so he in the upper office as well. So you know, he ain't gonna be trying to look at the stick it to the Detroit Lions, man. You know, he gonna be looking to do that. You know, no, that's just the way he is, man. But yeah, Jim Bob Cooter needs to be fired. Yeah, I said that this offseason, you know. Said that this offseason, man. Yeah, Crosby would be a way better guard than Kenny Wiggins from what I hear. Well, let's see what Kenny Wiggins does. Maybe they coach Kenny Wiggins up a big. Hold on, excuse me, 1 minute. Yeah, but yeah. Lions need another road grader of an offensive guard to replace Lane. Yeah, you can find them guys. I said them things. You can find them guys third or fourth round, fifth round sometime too. Have they tried Crosby at guard yet? But I'm not sure. But I know Crosby's played. He played all 5 positions at Oregon. So he played left tackle, right tackle, guard, and I believe he played center at Oregon. You can probably hold off on center. I think he played center. Roman, the new age, commit to running the ball. That means at least 20 attempts, and 15 of those should go to Kerryon Johnson. I definitely agree, unless they have a lot of short yardage situations as far as like 4th and goal, 3rd and goal, 3rd and short, 4th and short, 2nd and short. You know, that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of the most disgusting things, which I don't want to harp on last week, one of the most disgusting things I seen last week was Theo Reddick rushing the ball on the goal line. That was disgusting. You know? That was a disgusting thing, man. You know, they should have gave that boy the blunt or gave it to Kerryon, who's good on there. Like I told you, Jim Bob Cooter, man, I'll just put it to somebody like this the other day. I think I said on one of my videos. I'll put it like this, man. I say, if Jim Bob Cooter was such a good choice for offensive coordinator, okay, if he was such a good choice for offensive coordinator, why was he Joe Lombardi's backup as a quarterback's coach? Anybody thought about that for a minute? How can 9 times out of 10, the backup is not going to be better than the original, than the first teamer. So, that's just something to look at, man. I don't know why they retain him. That was the biggest mistake they made this offseason, other than not filling a pass rusher void, But hey, what do I know? What do I know? But Blunt don't look good to me either. At the end of the day, you go back to Jarvis Best, Kevin Smith, you go back to Kevin Jones, Reggie Bush, you go back to whoever running backs we done had. Zach Zenner, Dwayne Washington. You go back to all these running backs, Amir Abdullah, Theo Reddick. What's the common denominator? The common denominator is that the Detroit Lions, it's the coaching staff. Look at what's the kid down in New Orleans name that we drafted in the 3rd round out of Kentucky? Larry Warford. He ain't doing too bad in New Orleans. Riley Reef ain't doing too bad in Minnesota. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing too. It's the coaching. The Lions don't have no coaching, man. They don't know how to run the ball. They don't know how to coach up the offensive line. Jim Bob Cooter don't know how to run the ball. What's the point of bringing an offensive run game coordinator if the offensive run game is still going to look terrible? What's the point? It's the coaching, man. And Bob Quinn hired his homeboy. He hired his homeboy to be the coach. Plain and simple. That's exactly what it is, y'all. He hired his homeboy to be the coach. They hired his homeboy to be the coach. Yeah, always been an owner problem. Since they took over this team ain't nothing. And the NFL should force them to trade this team, just like the Knicks with James Dolan. But overall, man, I got a video talking about the simple things that the Lions need to do. Come tomorrow. It might sound a little bit redundant to this video, so but let's talk about some keys to victory. And we talk about 49ers keys to victory too. Let's be an equal opportunist, man. But start off with the 49ers. I think they need to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Run the ball, play action to Kittles, go a lot to Kittles. Good when not playing. And hit that receivers off play action. I think everything should be based on running the ball into the tight end. The Lions just showed the ability not to be able to cover the tight end. I don't know who the Jets tight end was last week, but he didn't make a lot of noise, I don't believe. But I still want to try hitting the tight end kills this week, man. I definitely like that, man. For the 49ers. Defensively, the 49ers gonna get after it. The Lions, they don't block, you don't have to rush more than 4. Unless in blitz situations, and just Solomon Thomas, Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, they should win their matchups across the board, to be honest. And the staff are going to be under pressure all day, okay? And for the 49ers, defensively, rush 4 and then play zone coverage. Stafford got a problem to get into the 2nd and 3rd receiver. Make sure you hit Theo Reddick coming out the backfield before throw him off his route. Pass rushers should get there. It's simple for the 49ers. For the Lions, it's a little bit more complex for the Detroit Lions coming in this week, man. They need to run the ball. They need to run the ball like an outside team supposed to. like a Pittsburgh and teams that play outdoors, you need to commit to run the ball in New England. Look here, man. Matt Patricia, I'm going to say this, man, before I get into this. Matt Patricia seriously needs to let the New England thing go. You ain't got to rotate 3 backs in. If you got a back that's better than the other 2, give him the ball. You don't have to rotate 3 backs in. Everything you do here don't got to be like New England. If Kerryon the best back, well, we're going to run Kerryon. Period. You know, and he trying to be like New England so bad. He trying to be like New England so bad. But this ain't New England. Okay, but for the Lions this weekend, they need to run the ball. I've been saying this from the beginning. You have to run the ball. See, look here, man. The offensive lineman is like a good shooter. When Steph Curry see the ball go in the hole, or if he having an off night and Steph Curry get a couple layups or a couple floaters, and then them threes start falling, you got to get your offensive line in the rhythm. Offensive lineman at 300 or some pounds is like a big rig truck. A truck like to go forward, not backwards. Your offensive linemen like to go forward. They like to kick ass. They like to push the defense back. It's a mentality. Jim Bob Cooter don't have that mentality. You got to keep running the ball, not running here, throw 3 times, run it again, or no. You need to be running on first, second, and third down sometimes. In between the tackles, stretch plays. I mean, power plays, pulling the guard, trap plays in the middle. You have to run the ball like a run team. That also protects Matthew Stafford and keeps him upright and preserves his arm a little bit more. The Lions need to run the ball 24 times this game, every week. Stop trying to sit back and sling it 30 and 40, 50 times. That's why Matthew Stafford likes Matt Patricia a lot, okay? Because Matt Patricia just want to let him throw the ball all day. That's why he likes Scott Linehan. Somebody needs to stop Matthew Stafford from dropping back so much and padding his stats. You know? Serious. You know, and that's real talk. You know, that's real talk. But back to the keys to victory. But yeah, running the ball, a lot of play action, get the tight ends going to the middle of the field. And that's one thing I never understood about the Lions. The Lions didn't start throwing the ball to the tight ends in the middle of the field until the Lions was in the red zone in previous years. Like Eric Ebron will always roll to the flat on the bootleg. That was a favorite play. Bringing him on Stafford's right side and doing play action and rolling out and tossing to him for a 3 or 4 game, or bringing him across the formation from Stafford's left side and dragging him across the formation across the shallow or regular drag crossing route. You never really see Ebron go across the middle or stretch the middle of the field with a post route or work the seams like that. The Lions do not like throwing it to their tight end in the middle of the field, working the seams or working between the safeties. I never got that. If you brought Luke Wilson in, that's what Luke Wilson do the best. He stretched the field. He go deep. He works the middle of the field. The Lions won't do it. They won't put their tight ends on a dig route. They won't put them on an option route, the option to sit down or break out to the sideline on an out route. They just won't do it. Jim Bob Cooter is one of the most retarded offensive coordinators I ever seen, dog. I seen my cousin call better plays on Madden, and he like 10. You know? You know? Facts. You know, but they need to run the ball, play action, and then, you know, once they get the 49ers on their heels, quick 3-step drops on 3rd and short or 2nd and short, quick 3-step drops, play action down the middle, down the field, and that's what they need to do offensively. Keep it simple, you know, but it won't happen. It won't happen. Jim Bob Cooter is not going to consistently run the ball. He want to put his receivers on deep routes this year and then try to get underneath with the tight ends and the backs out the backfield. That's what he's going to do. He's stupid. He's stubborn. He should have been fired. Defensively wise, the Lions probably need to blitz more. Sounds stupid, but they need to blitz more to get pressure. And especially if Ziggy don't play, they need to send linebackers, play tight man coverage. Hope they never lost, and then Agnew can hold up. And if hopefully Agnew can make a spectacular pick. Let Quadre survey the middle of the field and Glover Quinn do what he need to do. And they need to do a lot of pressures. A lot of zone coverage. Let Jimmy Garoppolo. Try to go to a second and third read and a lot of check downs to the backs. I think they need to mix up man and zone coverage, but us saying all this stuff ain't gonna happen. They're gonna do what they do, and I think ultimately I said the Lions are gonna lose like 24-17. I gotta see it to believe it, man. I love the Lions. I think it's a team. I think this is a game that's very very good, capable of winning. But like I said, they ain't won there since '75, and it ain't looking good for Patricia and Bob Quinn right now, man. Like I said, I answered some questions. They talking this circus on the road is going to get back in San Francisco. They taking this circus on the road. Yeah. But like I said, the 49ers a little bit banged up. They don't have a deep threat. But the Lions will make somebody famous. They will make somebody famous. Okay, we're going to start right here. We should trade Riddick. They love Riddick, so that ain't going to happen. But, who can you get for him? Jim Bob is like Scott Linehan, always passes, never run. Yup. And they was having that problem in Dallas, at some point in time. The only reason they throw so much in Dallas is because of Jason Garrett's probably forced him because of Z. Hold on 1 minute. Yep, but that's facts, man. But yeah, okay. Nick Barwin played at fullback. Heck, played Nick Barwin at fullback. I think that's the kid that's injured. He tore his knee up for the year. They got another fullback in there. I think they got another fullback, but he tore his knee up, man. He tore his knee up. So yeah, you won't be seeing him in there. He out for the season. The Lions I don't even think they made an official announcement. They always trying to be secretive for some reason. Like somebody really care about what the Lions doing, We always got to hear from ESPN what happens. I believe they will activate Ashawn Robinson. They need to activate Powell too, but I don't think that's gonna happen. New England, all he knows. What do you expect? Give him time into his own as a head coach. It won't happen. He ain't got time. The backlash has already been epic before he even took a snap in training camp with the accusations of rape, and all types of shit. We don't have to rush for 100 yards just enough to open the play. No, they need to target. No offense to snapback kid too late. They need to target rushing for over 100 yards. That should be the goal. No, they need to get out of that. Oh, we a pass first offense. No, you're not. Obviously, you've been passing for 10 years with Stafford and you don't have no playoff win. So if your passing game not working, run the ball, man. Run the ball. Don't have 50 pass attempts and 10 or 15 running attempts. The idea is to have 25 rushes and 25 passes to keep the defense off balance. You got to run the ball. They don't pull no guards. The offensive line, their run game sucks. The Stafford decision making and release is horrible. He should have the ball out in 5 seconds. Yeah, he should, especially with Golden Tate at the slot. Tom Brady don't play that shit. That ball coming out. That ball is coming out. Trade Abdullah. Nobody want Abdullah, to be honest. Nobody want Amir Abdullah or Theo Reddick. We need to move Jerry Davis to weak side and trade for a true middle linebacker like Mosley from Baltimore. They ain't trading no CJ Mosley, though. They should have just drafted one. Davis not going to be a good outside linebacker neither. He's just not a good pro football player. He a good depth linebacker, in my opinion. Okay? Yeah, Nick Beller is a fullback. I figured that. What week do the Lions get their first win? Shit. I hope this week, but I doubt it. It's going to get ugly. If they don't win this game right here, it's going to get super duper ugly. It's going to get ugly. Let me look at their schedule first. Okay. Oh, I ain't mean to hit that shit. All right, I'll put their schedule up right now. I don't think it's supposed to rain either, so. Might come against the Cowboys, but they had Dallas. I don't see them beating them neither. Dolphins or Seahawks. unless Aaron Rodgers ain't healthy, because I don't see them beating the Patriots. Stafford usually show how we go to Dallas, but I don't think they can stop Zeke. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers probably gonna be way healthy by the end. Dolphins at Miami, possibly. Seattle, possibly. We see what they do versus Chicago, but they don't beat them. I don't see them beating the Vikings, the Bears, the Panthers, the Bears, the Rams, the Cardinals and Bills. They should be able to beat them, I would hope. Yeah, it's an ugly schedule for the Lions looking so far, but we early. Injuries can happen. I think this is one of the easiest games right here, man. If they don't win this game, it's gonna be. I don't think Patricia. I mean, just know how loyal the Fords and stupid the Fords are. They keep Patricia and Bob Quinn, but it's gonna get ugly. Because look, if you don't win the versus the 49ers, you got the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Packers at Miami. Okay, Seahawks here. They should be able to get that win, I would hope. Seattle is decimated. At Vikings, at Chicago, Carolina coming here, the Bears coming here, the Rams coming here. I don't know, man. I don't know. They got a Zeke, though. They got a Zeke, DJ. They got a Zeke. And we can't stop the run, man. Man, we should be down there picketing, man, or protesting Bob Quinn. If we don't got no win, shit, man. If we don't get no win by week 6, man, whoo. Streetwise Television, we really need to hold on. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Hold on. They really need to look into dictionary, and they need to know what the definition of talent is exactly. People really overreacting like y'all shit game. Mostly all staff and a couple special team plays. Chill the fuck out, people. Give the new coach 3 or 4 games. We ain't got 3 or 4 games. Australia, we ain't got 3 or 4 games. We went from 9-7 to possibly maybe winning 3 games. And you see how they look? No form, no discipline. They took a huge step back from Jim Caldwell, actually. I'm not saying Jim Caldwell was the choice neither. I wasn't a big Jim Caldwell fan. But if you don't beat – hey, Alec, don't go nowhere. If you don't beat the 49ers, are you beating the Patriots? No. Are you beating the Cowboys in Dallas? Probably not. Are you beating the Green Bay Packers, even at home? No. If you don't beat the Dolphins, you don't beat the Seahawks, you don't beat the Vikings, you don't beat the Bears, you don't beat the Panthers, you don't beat the Bears again. You playing the Rams. Not going to beat them even at home. The Cardinals maybe, the Bills maybe, then the Vikings and the Packers. It ain't looking good if they don't win this game. Home or road. You telling me this dude, if he goes 3 he takes a team that was 9-7 and he goes, let's say 4-12 or 3-13, you think he deserved to keep a job? Oh, he's patient. I ain't patient for shit. I ain't being patient. No patience here. No patience here. We don't have 3 or 4 games to be waiting around for him to implement what he implemented. It don't look good. He got an old ass Guthrie Cunningham, granddaddy defensive coordinator that don't know shit. He kept Jim Bob Cooter. Look here. Why would you retain Jim Bob Cooter? Why didn't you bring in your own offensive coordinator? But like I said, man, it is what it is, man. I'm thinking now they should have bought Pat Shermer in. Just Von Child's guy, local guy. They needed offense. Terrell Austin could have stayed on defense and did his thing. But can we go 9-7? We'll find out Sunday. We'll see if look any better Sunday. If it don't look no better Sunday, then I'll give my take on that. I definitely appreciate everybody for rolling through. Hell no, if we don't get 8 games, he has to go. Well, shit, I don't see them getting 8 games if Sunday don't go out well. That was a blown game. This is what Alex Stray said. It's a blown game is what I'm saying. They fell apart mentally. I'm not giving up on 3 and 4 losses, but let's not overreact. I'm saying they get a little better in week 2 or 3. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Maybe so. I'm taking a waiting approach to see. Trying to pacify that. I'm not going to say that word. Stafford. That's why he kept Jim Bob Cooter. I agree. Good synopsis. What you think about the fact the Lions got rid of Zach Zenner? Nothing. When he fumbled the ball in New York on the goal line, I think a lot of people was done with Zach Zenner. That was a game they could have won a couple years ago. So, and also I don't think physically he could take the grind of the NFL right now. Every other team in the division got better. We weren't making the playoffs regardless. Yeah, probably especially when Khalil Mack got to the Chicago Bears. I have to go babysit, obviously. So I'm gonna drop one more video today, at least one more, probably more than one. And like I said, it might be a little bit redundant. It's a little bit different from this video, this live stream. But you know, if you want to watch it, not. But also we could talk about the fantasy players who played from this game before I get off. This could potentially be the shortest coaching tenure in NFL history. Nah, it could, but now when you got the Fords at the helm, so she was going around on her little bus, her little cart, firing people. But fantasy wise, I'm more of a daily guy, but I understand standard as well. Start Jimmy Garoppolo, Kittle, the tight end, you start him. Breida, you start him. Alfred Morris, if you're feeling froggy, you can start him. Garcon, you know, you probably can start him as well. San Francisco defense, you might want to get him a start as well. For the Lions, Kenny Galladay, I like him a lot. And that's about it for the Lions. Like a lot, like where I'm gonna pay up for somebody or pay down for somebody. It'll be Kenny Galladay. I like him. I like the Detroit receivers in general. I think they get some garbage time points at the end as well. I'm not taking none of their backs. I don't trust Jim Bob Cooter. I really don't want to take none of their receivers, but if any, I had to have a strong play, it'd be Kenny Galladay this weekend. And that's all I got for today. I definitely appreciate everybody for rolling through. Like I said, I get back on babysitting duty. Hopefully, they ain't did no dumb shit upstairs. I don't hear nothing. Should have had the dog watching. Appreciate them. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out, man. Every time we go live, I need to get them likes up, man. That's how people find the video and new people are attracted to the channel. I'm going to read the last few questions. We need to start Tracy over Glover. No. I would start Tracy Walker over Nevin Lawson. Because Tracy Walker can play DB, can play cornerback better than Tracy Walker. The Lions are the new cellar dweller. I don't know, cell dweller. That comment kind of pushed off, but I'm going to go back and read that, okay? I'm going to go back and read that comment. Make sure I hit the like button, man. I need them likes to get up so people can find the page. It ain't hard just to hit the thumb, man. That ain't that hard. The new Swelladels again, yeah. Let's wait before we trash the Lions completely until after week 2. Forget patience. We not supposed to regress. We not. You know, that's true. But, hey, what do you expect? Good show. Have fun. I appreciate it, man. I wanted to stay on longer, but I got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old I wasn't expecting to babysit. And some of that babysit money is going to my fund of my fund accounts. But, yeah. Don't bet on – I don't bet on the Lions or against the Lions, man. I used to work at General Motors, and I was betting a guy across my department. In the first 2 weeks, man, I picked the Lions to beat the Colts. No, I picked the Colts to beat the Lions. Then I picked the Lions to beat whoever they played in week 2 that year. We lost. I lost both games, both $20 bets. But the rest of the year, I didn't lose another one. You know, he said, "Man, I need you to beat the Lions again." No, nigga, get my money. Jim Bob, who should be fired by the end of this season? No, he should be fired by the end of this game. If the Lions don't get together, he should be fired by the end of the game. I'm trying to tell you, we should all go down there and protest. If this shit gets to 3-12 this year, or it's trending towards something less than 7-9, we should go down there, man. Serious, real shit. We should go down there and let our voice be heard, man. We suck. I don't see we just doing a rebuild. Yeah. I think we should just go down there and get them a piece of our mind, dog. And you know, one thing I want to say too, 97 won a ticket. Was trying to say, oh, yeah, it don't matter if the fans don't buy tickets. They get TV money. Yes, it do matter. If the fans don't come to the game, then the game is blacked out. You know, if the fans don't come to the game, they losing money. If the TV deal was so great, then the beer will be regular retail price that it is at your liquor store. The food won't be marked up by 20, 30, 40%. You know? They make all this money off part. If it didn't matter for people to go down there to the Lions game and the TV money was so great, you know what I'm saying? If it didn't matter, then why is it so high to go down there? I mean, the 97 won a ticket is just, they get on my nerves sometimes. I like them sometimes. Well, it wasn't Mike Valente, it was somebody else talking about, it doesn't really matter if you don't go to the game. It does matter if we don't go to the games. That's still taking money out their pocket. So stop going out there telling lies about that shit. I can't remember who the show that come on before Valente. People say we need to stop going to the game and spending our money. Oh, that doesn't matter. Lions still get TV money. It does matter. Because if it didn't matter, everything wouldn't be marked up downtown for us to go to the games. The seats wouldn't be marked up. The food wouldn't be marked up. The parking wouldn't be marked up. Beer wouldn't be marked up. The liquor wouldn't be marked up. The merchandise wouldn't be marked up if it didn't matter. If it didn't matter. Yeah, I remember that Millen March. Yeah, we need another one. So, I mean, as soon as this shit get out of hand, we need another march down there, man. They must be that, man. We need to get together and do something to get the Ford to sell this team, man. Like Toledo trying to make a little comeback. They scored a touchdown at the end of the half. So 21-7 Miami over Toledo. They came up to Toledo. You don't really see a lot of teams come to smaller teams, but I got an infatuation with Toledo University. What I'm saying is that the Lions supposed to take the next step going to the Super Bowl, but then again, taking a step back. I definitely appreciate you guys for rolling through. I'm gonna do at least one video today. I'm gonna try to squeeze 2 more in a day. Y'all know what it is. We gone.